Oh yeah, I'm really honored to explain the contact and also our business model in here. Okay, I just introduce the context profile at first, and then I just explained the context business model for the ground station and satellite image processing. My final phase, I will introduce our future friend to expand our business areas. Yeah, actually, CONTEC was established in 2015. We at this time we have the 96 people to work for CONTEC. Last year, our revenue is around 12.5 million US dollars. We already have finished our funding series up to Series C with 65 million US dollars. In this years, we have a plan to restart our Korean stock market, which is called core stock. October, end of the September or at the middle of the October in this years. That is our plans. Yeah, here is you can understand our business area from service level 1, 2, 3. First, our service level 1 is just to provide the ground station service with our ground station network, which is integrated our softwares. Service level 2 is satellite image processing. When we received the satellite image data from our customer satellite, we just received the raw data with our ground network. After that, we just applied our several algorithm like the radiometric, geometric, and spatial algorithm, and then we can make the standard image data to provide our customer. In a certain time, each of our customer want to get the satellite image analytics service. In that case, we just applied our deep learning algorithm, and then we just make the several application area is like the smart city monitoring and harbor monitoring, anti-gesture, anti-pass, stuff like that. Our business model is totally depends on our customer requirements. If our customer just want to get only service level 1, it's like the ground station edge service, and then we just provide the GSaaS service to our customer. But if our customers just want to get the whole service from the ground station service to analytics service, we just provide the whole service with the whole technology. That is quite the unique selling point compared to our competitors like the KSAT or SSC. That is our USP, unique selling point. In our ground station, we already developed the whole of our the algorithm and the software. It's like the mission planning and priority determination system and scheduling for the ground stations. Also, we have our own algorithm for the satellite image processing and analytics service. We have a lot of our customers. In Europe and Asia and America, we have several our customer for the ground station as well as satellite image processing. KSAT and risk space is also the great collaboration partner and our competitors. KSAT also used our ground station for their customer. When their customer satellite pass by our Far East area at the time, our ground station just support to receive the satellite image data and telemetry data from the KSAT customer. Also, we have we have a plan to make our optical ground stations to some of the area. So we just contract with the Safran and Skylab to get some subsystems such as the OGS modem and how can I say the Tilbas system from the Skylabs. And we have several our customer of the world. Okay, I just explained one by one for each service levels. Service level 1 is ground station as a service. When we contract with our customer, we just get trajectory data from our customer server, and then we just input the whole of the satellite the scheduling data to our scheduling software, and then our ground station just operate. We just receive the whole data in our whole data, and then we just stored whole of customer satellite image data and telemetry data on the cloud, AWS cloud, and then we just load whole of data. Our customer just to catch up their telemetry and satellite image data to download their whole data. Yeah, here is our ground station network. We already established around the 10 ground station, the 10 RF ground station. Also next year, end of this year and at the beginning of the next year, we have a plan to additional 3 ground station in Portugal and Mexico and Chile. Also, in order to prepare the radio communication service, we have the plan to 3 optical ground station in Qatar and Australia and South Korea. We already contract to purchase the several telescope and modem and some the atmosphere compensation module with the Safran and the Tilba company. Sorry, the Kare company. So we just integrate whole of the optical ground station to install this system in Qatar and Australia and South Korea. Maybe the Australia and South Korea OGS shall be implement end of this year. So we after launched our first satellite, we just make the radio communication the test between our satellite and the ground station. Our satellite, we already contracted the nano avionics. In our satellite, we already integrate the RF and the radio communication terminal, and then we just try to make the test for the RF and the OGS radio communication interface. Yeah, here is our first ground station in Jeju Island. Actually, in Jeju Island is quite similar with the similar to compare to the Hawaii in USA. Is quite the great the honeymoon place. Actually, last year we just purchased additional being land to install the more than 20 ground station for our customer and CONTEC. We have planned to implement the 3 RF ground station for the KSAT and 2 ground station for the live space, also CONTEC. Anyway, we just provide the hosting service as well as the ground station service for our customer and for our partners. Yeah, here is the Alaska station and the Ireland, also Sweden and South Africa. Actually, some of the area we have the 6 meter antenna. Some part is the 4 meter antenna. In Australia, we have a 5.5 meter SNX and KA band, the tri-band. Nowadays, we are under the construction for the optical ground station. When our customer used our ground station, we just support our ground station service with the 70-minute revisit time. It is quite the critical point. Nowadays, the most of our customer want to get their data within 13 minutes. That is a trend. From the data receiving from the ground station to satellite media analytics service. The ground station service, Kelvin processing and analytics service, whole processing should be should be complete within 13 minutes. That is a trend. I just got those kind of requirements from our customers. Yeah, here is the optical ground station, the block diagrams. So anyway, you just understand that is the optical ground station. Okay, I just explained the service level 2 for the cellular image processing. When we receive the cellular image data is not great qualities. So there is some noise, it's a geolocation is not good. Also, sometimes the cellular image resolution is not good. So in order to make the well-defined cellular image data, we have to apply the radiometric and geometric and spatial algorithm to for the denoise and exactly image geo coordination as to enhance the cellular image data resolutions. So after that, we just get the well-defined cellular image data like this. Actually, we already contracted the CARI. CARI is like the Korea Aerospace Research Institute. They just operate the nowadays 5 the LEO satellite to get the 0.5 meter image EO image and the SAR image data. So we just provide the whole caliber processing to get the well-defined image data. So that is the great chance to get the more experience in terms of our visits. We have the great the CARI is great partner for our business. Yeah, also, as I told you, we have planned to launch our EO satellite. So we just make our EO satellite processing with our algorithm. Also, we just try to make the contract with our DoD, Defense of the Department, to provide the EO and SAR image processing. So that is a great chance to make the more experience and so to expand our business. Okay, now is the service level 3 for the cellular image aggregation service. So when whole cellular image data processing, now is ready to get the cellular image analytics service with our deep learning algorithm. When we apply our AI deep learning algorithm, we can have several analytics service for the smart city to detect the building and sports complex and bigger in the markets. Anyway, also we can find out where is the greenhouse area or where is the forest area in the city. So anyway, we just provide the analytics service for the city management and the harbor monitoring, like this. We already contract several our customer is a local government and Korea. The department is like the Minister of Transportation, Minister of the Defense, Minister of Safety. So for the agriculture and the disaster analytics service, also harbor monitoring. So we have those kind of the solution, and then we just provide the whole of the things to our customers. Yeah, that is actually the upper page, the smart city, maritime, agriculture, and disaster. It's like the B2G or B2B service. It is quite difficult to find out the B2C and the customer service. But in the meantime, I'm just thinking how to expand the cellular image analytics service to the ordinary people. So the the NFT with the cellular image data and how can I say the block coding education service with our satellite image data. So we already make those kind of a solution to provide the ordinary people and the school. So when we take a picture of such an area, somebody just was born in this area. So when he was born, for example, in 2023, June 5th, 2 p.m. at the time, we just take a picture of those area, and we just make the certain sentence with his name. So we just provide this kind of present to our people. So I just make this kind of idea to expand our analytics service for B2C service. Okay, here is the last page. That is our vision. Actually, step 1, step 2 is a cellular ground station service and immediate on application service. We already done. Nowadays, we are in the middle of the phase to make our mission control center in Jeju Island, also space education center in Jeju Island, like this. So as I told you, we already purchased big land in Jeju Island in South Korea to make the ground station farm with the 20 ground station. Also, we just make the mission control center. Also, in order to raising up the space ecosystem, space knowledge for the ordinary people, I just decided to make the space education center like this to provide the whole solution, not solution, actually, to provide the space knowledge and space technology and space industry and space application to the student and our people. Yeah, that is our the plans. Maybe at our space park, I already defined the Asian Space Park, which is operated by CONTEC. The whole of the construction shall be finished for the phase 1. At the end of the July, the first phase, and then the second phase shall be finished maybe March of the next years. Yeah, that is our plan. Yeah, I just finished the context business areas. Thank you so much for your listening.
Perfect, wonderful, Sungi, and it's great again to see how CONTEC is progressing in this short period of time, and starting again from the ground stations and now expanding into other areas as well. Definitely a great plan, great endeavor, and we're very much cheering for you, all of us here, and I'm sure the attendees found this also very valuable. So I have a few questions for you as well, Sungi, here from my side, as we still have time. The first question would be probably, how has CONTEC's ground station service impacted the space industry in South Korea? And what are the potential future development in the company's satellite services that will again help shape the ecosystem more? As you mentioned, you described the training center as well. So basically, what is the end goal of the CONTEC's activities in South Korea to help and shape and develop the region space activities?
Yes, actually, as I told you, the CONTEC in South Korea, not only South Korea, in Asian area, ground stations, there is 2 kind of the ground station service provider. The one is the Impostera in Japan. The CONTEC is the also ground station service provider. But Impostera, they don't have any there. As I know, I don't know at this time that they don't have any their physical ground station. They just make the platform. But actually, our government already defined when how can I say, when the university rep just launched their satellite, they don't need to have any ground station. Also, some of the commercial company when they just launched their satellite, you don't need to make the ground station because the CONTEC, they already have their ground station. So our government just provided the voucher to use our ground station to our government just to make the define how to raise collaboration the business together with the other company. So CONTEC is with the CONTEC ground station model and CONTEC space education model is quite good. So we just make the idea how to collaborate with our the space business, also to raising up the space economy in South Korea. After that, we just export this kind of the model to the East Asian area. Our government just make the connection with the other government to raising up the whole of the Asian area. That is our government policy at this time.
Perfect, wonderful. And last year as well, you've discussed at the IC again. For the individuals that don't know, Sangi was with us on the previous edition in Bursa, Turkey. He presented again a keynote there. Could you discuss, Sangi, how does CONTEC's ground station services pricing model differ from the pricing models of, let's say, other ground station operators?
Yes, our ground station price model, it is really different compared to the other our competitors. As I told you, AWS, the other competitor, they just provided their service with the how can I say pass based on their pass, based on their minute. Anyway, the in terms of those kind of the ground station service, it is really the same. But when they just used our ground station service, we always ask, okay, even if you just have the great technology to make your satellite, but actually you don't have any technology to operate your satellite or to process your image data. In that case, okay, we can provide a whole turnkey solution, not only for the ground station service. So if we just contract additional, how can I say, additional service like the satellite, it's like the TTNC service and satellite image data processing. At the time, we only get the additional the money based on our work scope. So in that case, our customer can save the cost and time compared to the other competitor. So that is our pricing model to provide the whole of solution.
Perfect, wonderful. And regarding the Earth observation satellite again that CONTEC is now preparing, so how would that be different from, let's say, other similar again systems, and what benefits does it offer to the business in the space industry? Basically, that's
for the, you mean actually for the only the Earth service satellite?
Yes, the Earth. If we're discussing only for the Earth observation, yeah, piece of the CONTEC.
Yeah, but actually the main reason to launch the satellite is to provide the in-time service to our customer. But actually without any our satellite, it is quite difficult to provide the satellite image data and satellite image analytics service to our customer. So that is the main reason to why we just launched our satellite data. So, but in terms of the satellite image application service, compared with the orbital insight or space node, it is quite similar, but not unique point. But some of our several customer like the Korean local customer or the Thailand, they would like to get their, how can I say, the disaster service or the forest monitoring service. Our satellite just focus on those kind of area, but not the big different things compared to the other our competitors.
Wonderful. So thank you again for the answer, Sangi. And we still have time for one more question. And we had a very interesting panel discussion yesterday. Again, we had some speakers from Maxar and Starburst Aerospace and also from the Galaxy space. And we were discussing the artificial intelligence applications for the, again, specifically for Earth observation and again, data processing side as well. So how do you believe, Sangi, what will be the role of the artificial intelligence and how much more efficient and more accurate it can help us to make our data processing and Earth observation processes?
Yeah, that is a good question. Actually, in terms of the data processing with the satellite image data, we have to think of the two kind of points. One is the onboard processing on the satellite, and the other one is the satellite image processing on the ground. Now, in terms of the AI technology, it is quite useful to use this algorithm on the onboard processing on the satellite. So when we take a picture of a certain area, nowadays, even if we just define a certain area to take a picture, but satellite don't know about those area has the a cloud or not. The satellite take a picture of the area, and then the whole data just transmit to the ground. But with the AI technology, we just check out which image data is useful or not. If the image has some cloud, AI just process. Okay, this is not validate the image data. This is discard, and then only useful data shall be transmitted to the ground. Also, or after take a picture, the satellite just the rotate during the ideal time. The satellite just make the onboard processing. It's like the spatial algorithm and the geometric and whole of things. So AI algorithm and onboard processing algorithm, both of the algorithms quite useful to change the next satellite image data processing and delivery times. So our next satellite shall be for our next satellite, we will apply this kind of the algorithm for the onboard processing in our satellite.
Perfect. And do you see artificial intelligence again empowering the current workforce and again data scientists, or do you see artificial intelligence at some point actually substituting again the human part on that process?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So you believe it can substitute, right? So it can basically act instead of the humans for the data processing in that area. Or do you believe it still will need humans to again finalize and finally process the result of the data?
Yes, actually, the AI technology is quite is great. Yeah, I think so. It is quite applied for the human. How can I say? Yeah, human advanced the life. It is quite useful for the next our life, I think.